Hello everyone, my name is Abhilasha Patel and I am from Gujarat. Welcome to Study in the UK Clinics. We are holding this live session every Tuesday 9 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Today we are going to discuss the topic about top courses study in the UK. We will discuss many things such as like best courses, entry requirements, scholarships, career opportunities and many more. We have Azaz sir from Birmingham, UK, who has overall 10 years of experience into study overseas. If you have any questions regarding these live sessions, you can comment us. Anything you want to discuss with us, also you can comment us. Apart from this, we are having a live session. Like if you want a book, a free counseling session, the link is given below. You can book a free counseling session with us. So here we have Azaz sir. Sir, please.
Hi, Abhilasha. Thank you for arranging this session this week again. As usual, we'll be running this live session every week, Tuesday, 9 p.m. Indian Standard Time, to educate international students about the opportunities in the UK, the requirements of the specific universities and scholarship opportunities, and the struggles and challenges, and obviously more about the opportunities as an international they will have in the UK as well. So we are going to discuss a series of questions like other weeks,
Hmm.
and we will also take questions during our live session as well. And as Abhilasha said, you can book a free counseling session, one-to-one counseling session with us. The link is given in the comment section. You can book this counseling session with your parents, so your parents can be available during the session as well. Discuss many things like budgeting, like opportunities, courses. Will feel free to discuss any concern that you or your parents have.
Hmm.
So over to you, Abhilasha. Please, you can continue with your questions, or we will continue our discussion, um,
Okay.
and continue the live. And also, in between, we would love to take some questions from the audience as well.
Sure, sure. Okay. So, which master's course have the highest graduate employees employment rate for the international students in the UK in 2020-26?
I wouldn't specifically say 2020-26 because it hasn't,
Okay.
like, it's still we have time for 2026. I mean, like, the data
Hmm.
hasn't been published yet.
Hmm.
So I would say generally, the medicine, dentistry, this kind of course, nursing course have more graduate employability
Hmm.
percentage in terms of percentage. This courses has more opportunities and more graduate employability.
Okay.
Also, beside this course, I know this course may be not popular among young population, which is a
Mhm.
veterinary science. So this
Okay.
has a huge potential. I know the majority of the young people, they might not be interested going into this direction, but this has huge opportunity in the UK as well. This is one of the top courses that will secure a job after your graduation. So veterinary science
Hmm.
could be a underrated course, I would say. And apart
Hmm.
from computing, fintech, these are also very popular courses and also has great opportunities after getting your qualification done.
Okay. Okay. So, are employees in the UK more interested in the university's ranking or practical skills and work experience?
I wouldn't completely deny that the university is not looking into the ranking of the universities, or the
Huh.
reputation of the university. Definitely they will look into that. But the modern employers, I would say, definitely they will look into your experience,
Hmm.
your skills. So it's not only the degree, not only the university you are graduated from. It is the skills and experience you have. They will definitely value that as well.
Hmm.
Mostly they will value those things rather than where you get the degree from. So I would still advise or recommend people to focus on their skills and experiences rather than just getting a degree from a world class university. It does not guarantee a job if you don't have the specific skills and experiences.
Okay. Okay. So between data science and business analytics, which field currently has more jobs opportunities in the UK?
So data analytics, business data analytics, and data science, right?
Yes.
So I think this too could be a different sector. Like, data science is, it's more broader in terms of, career opportunities. Like, if you want, really wanted to study data science, you need to know some sort of, programming language, like, Python, or on
Okay.
other programming language, SQL, or probably in some cases you have to have very good knowledge about Excel as well. But
Hmm.
business data analytics is morely focused on business side of the in business side of the industry. So
Hmm.
I think this is more specifically designed for business graduate. I'm not saying that, computer science graduate can't do that, but it is specifically designed for
Hmm.
business graduate who really wants to be a data analytics, a business
Okay.
analytics, or business data analyst. In the future they can go for this route, but the data science has broader, career opportunities. So if you do data science, you can go into any sector who deals with data. It's not only business, so they do have, different opportunities, but data science has bigger opportunities or broader opportunities for international students, whereas maybe the business analytics could be for a specific industry. So so as a student, you have to identify where you want to see yourself in 5 years or 10 years times. If you really wanted to,
Hmm.
get broader experience and knowledge, probably data science would be the perfect solution for you. If you really wanted to get into business side, of data data science, then probably go for
Hmm.
business analytics.
Okay. So are graduates able to secure job within the graduate route like visa period?
So it depends really how good you are as an individual. So as I
Okay.
said, your degree does not guarantee you a job or sponsored job in the UK, right? So
Hmm.
it has to be a degree plus experience and additional skills as well.
Hmm.
I think we have discussed this before, that,
Previous
after
session.
graduation, not only go for the sponsored jobs, look for any jobs that provide
Hmm.
you experience or provide you valuable skills. What you can
Yes.
do right after your graduation, do not just focus on, getting a sponsored job. Focus on getting a job that will give you enough skills and, knowledge or reference that can lend
Hmm.
you a sponsored job eventually. Probably after working 6 months with an employer, he would love your work, and, can offer you a sponsorship, or he can refer you somewhere that,
Hmm.
that has sponsorship opportunities. So just
Hmm.
don't focus on sponsorship from the day one. Focus on building skills, and, building network within industry, and also, you know building focus on building experiences as well.
Okay. Fine. So is a master's in finance or fintech or better options for international students today?
So obviously, fintech has a great opportunities for international students. I mean, like,
Yeah.
UK has a lot of financial services available. So anyone who has studied financial technology, they will definitely have additional edge to uh, a general to a general student who has a normal business degree, because obviously
Hmm.
everything is data driven now. So the fintech, and all the service business is going towards technology. So if you don't have the knowledge about the technology and how technology works, how data
Hmm.
works, it is going to be very, very difficult for any business graduate to, secure a job in specific industry. So I think
Yeah.
a fintech could be definitely, give you an additional edge when you apply for, jobs, or any, and it will make you stand out from the crowd as well.
Hmm. Okay. So which financial skills or software such as Excel, SQL, or Pythons are most valued by UK employers?
So it's the answer is, I would say, it depends where you work basically. So if you
Uh,
work in financial services, probably the Excel would be the most appropriate skills you should have. And if you are probably work in a data analytics position,
hmm.
then probably I would say SQL could be, and Excel both could be a essential skills for you. And also the programming language is specifically required when you develop some programs, or it's specifically uh, you need those programming language when you work in AI and machine learning, or building a software or anything like that. So all the skills are valuable, but it depends where you work. So depending on your job responsibility, so that has their own you know necessity. So
Okay.
so if the employer is financial service, they'll probably value your Excel skill more.
Hmm.
If the employer specializing in AI and machine learning, or I
So,
mean like they develop software, they probably value your programming language skills. So it depends where you apply and where you work for.
okay. So, are there enough graduate opportunities outside London in finance?
100%, 100%. I would say two-thirds of the financial services companies are available cities like Edinburgh, Birmingham, Manchester. So I think definitely you have opportunities outside. Excuse me, outside London. So yeah, so just feel free to reach out to other cities as well, not just focus on London city, I would say.
London. Okay, because most of they have a myth that London, in London only we have most opportunities, like not only for the part time but full time as well.
Yeah, obviously, as I said, two-thirds of the financial services are
Hmm.
available outside London City, according to
Okay.
data. So I think, so as you say, there's a lot of opportunities, but you have to
Hmm.
explore those opportunities. Sometimes you
Yes.
can't limit yourself that, I would definitely work in London. Yes, obviously, once you settle down, probably you can choose to live in London. But if you don't explore other city, how do you know that whether you're going to like it or not, right?
Okay, fine. So, what career opportunities are available for international graduate with an MSc in public health?
I think it has a lot of potential. The course itself, I would say the biggest opportunity in epidemiology. So epidemiology means
Hmm.
uh, the position where you study pattern of diseases, the effects of diseases in certain population.
Hmm.
You can work in health policy. So
Okay.
you'll develop health policy for different organization like NGOs, or probably in NHS as well, which is National Health Service. So I
Hmm.
think a lot of potentials available. uh, you can work in health promotion, like programs. So a lot of opportunity. It depends where you want to work. So you can work with the data. So if you want to work, if you love public relation, then you can work in health and promotion sector. If you
Hmm.
like you know um, work for helping other people, you can work for NGOs as well. So I think there is a lot of potentials available. So it depends what you like and what
Hmm.
you are comfortable with. So I would
Okay.
say as an international student, you will definitely have a opportunities as long as you have the right skill set besides your degree. As I always say, your degree does not guarantee you a job. It's the
Hmm.
skills and the networking and the experience will get you a job eventually.
Okay. Is previous healthcare experience required before applying for a healthcare related master's program?
Sorry, come again.
Okay. Is previous healthcare experience
Yes.
required before applying for a healthcare related master's program?
No, not entirely. So for example,
Okay.
if it is specifically for a medicine course, probably that time probably you need a previous experience or previous degree. um, Maybe if you applying for MSc nursing, you must have a nursing degree or diploma or
Hmm.
experience in nursing. But some of the
Okay.
MSc health related course like health and social care, they don't require you to work in the specific sectors like MPH.
For
As
health.
long as you have a relevant degree, without
Hmm.
experience you can still apply. So there are many courses like health service management. You don't need
Hmm.
experience to apply for these courses. So there are some courses they may need some health related experience. However, there
Hmm.
are plenty other courses available as well where you can apply without healthcare
Hmm.
experiences.
Okay, because some students think that if I'm looking for a master's in healthcare, so I should be having the previous experience into the same related field. So,
I think in most cases, as long as you have the relevant degree, you can
hmm,
apply.
we can apply.
Experience is not necessary. This is where why people do masters, because they want to expand their knowledge. So as long as you
Yes.
have a bachelor degree in the relevant field, I think we are
Hmm.
good to go.
Okay, I have one question. Recently, we got one profile.
Yeah.
Student has completed the bachelor's. Five we have received 5 semester, but the sixth semester is missing.
Mhm.
And they are saying that we can apply for the masters, like masters in business management or MS in management courses. But the degree is missing. The last semester is missing. So, from your point of view, like what is the exactly like we can apply or not?
Definitely you can apply, but
Okay.
what's the point of applying with the missing documentation? The university will
Yes.
definitely ask you for the remaining documentation in the process,
Hmm.
right?
Yes.
Some university may give you a conditional offer letter based on that. You have completed certain semesters. They will definitely ask for, could you please provide the final semester certificate
Yeah.
and the degree certificate so we can issue you an unconditional offer. Yes, you
Hmm.
can definitely apply, but
Hmm.
please bear in mind the application process will not progress further until you provided
Hmm.
the remaining documentation, because without seeing your final qualification, the university is not going to issue you an unconditional offer or
Yes.
sponsorship letter, what we call CAS, which is confirmation of acceptance for studies. So
Hmm.
without this documentation, you cannot apply for visa. So yes,
Yes.
you can apply. If I
Hmm.
answer in one sentence, you can apply,
Hmm.
but you must need documentation to progress further,
Okay.
and
Fine.
you need to
Thank you.
submit those documentation before the deadline. For example,
Oh.
the deadline is 15th of July. If you
Hmm.
submit the documentation after the 15th of July, or
Hmm.
probably, then the chances of getting admitted to this university is very very low. So
No.
every university have their own deadline as well. So I think you can apply, but yes, keep those in hand so you can finally progress into further stage like unconditional stage, or finally the sponsorship stage, which is CAS.
Okay. Fine. Thank you. Okay. Is computer science still a strong career choice? Disputes that the rapid growth of AI.
Yes, I would say definitely yes, because when there is a growth in an industry, so they need more people in a sense. Yes, I think
Hmm.
because of the automation and because of the AI, a lot of people will lose their job. At the same time, a lot of new job opportunity will be available as well. So the people who has the relevant skills and relevant degree, they will get
Hmm.
the opportunities, right? So computer science is not a specific, not only talk about a specific course or specific area. They just cover everything together. So when you study computer science, it depends where you want to see yourself in 5 years time. Would you like to work in an AI, or would you like to work in robotics? I
Hmm.
don't know. You'd like to work in data science. I mean, like, it depends where you want to see yourself in 5 years time. So if your specialty is AI, if your specialty is automation, if your specialty is robotics, then you will be relevant in the 5 years time.
Okay.
But if your specialty is programming language or coding, probably
Hmm.
it will be challenging for you, because most of the time AI is writing code for most of the programmer now these days. So you have
Hmm.
to choose your specialty carefully.
Specialty.
Like, in 5 years time, which skills will be relevant, right?
Yes.
So you can study a general course like computer science, but choose your specialty when you choose computer science,
Computer science.
and develop
Hmm.
your skills accordingly.
Okay. Okay. Fine. So, which engineering specializations currently have the highest demand in the UK?
I would say, the engineering graduate, I would say the civil engineers and the automobile engineer has better career opportunities, but
Hmm.
you can't just say for sure that with engineering graduates we have the most opportunities. But data shows sometimes currently the AI and artificial intelligence and machine learning has better opportunities. But I know
Hmm.
you're talking about specifically engineering backgrounds, which is probably you're
Yes.
to civil engineering or architect or probably automotive engineering. But all of these three, among these three, I would say automotive engineer has more potential because UK has one of the financial hub, and the majority the automobile company, they have their operation in UK. So I think if you have a good degree and experience, I think you can land a job for BMW, Mercedes, or any other big name in the industry. So I think you have better opportunities. Though the Germany is known for automobile industry, but as we are talking about the UK, I would say automobile engineer has better opportunities in compared to civil engineer or other engineering graduates.
Okay, fine. How important are internships and placements here when applying for a graduate job?
100%. This is very important. Like
Hmm.
if you just have some, if you take internship, you're not going to just get some experience. You'll develop your you know uh, communication skills, you'll develop your
Hmm.
networking skills, you'll meet a lot of people, you'll get a lot of references. So getting an internship and placement is absolutely valuable, so you can't deny that. So you're not only getting an year of 1 year of experience, you are getting into the industry where you will maintain relationship with industry leader.
Hmm.
You'll connect with a lot of people who has industry knowledge or inside out of the industry. You'll make a lot of references and people who can refer you to different places. So it's
Hmm.
very important. It's not just experience, it'll give you an overall I know um, exposure that will
Hmm.
definitely help you to land a job in the future.
Okay. Which master's degree are most likely to lead the skills worker with visa sponsorship?
Again, I would say the medicine courses, dentistry, or any nursing courses will straight away uh,
Hmm.
most likely to give you a sponsorship job. As I
Okay.
said, there's always demand for doctors, nurses, or dentists in the UK. And as we also discussed about the veterinary science, there's
Hmm.
always demand for those professionals. So I think this degree will definitely get you a job once you complete this course from the UK. But however, I would like to mention one thing: the medicine course are extremely
Hmm.
expensive in the UK.
Hmm.
Also, the dentistry course is extremely expensive. It could be ranging from £40,000 a year. So it's round up to 120,000, in some
Hmm.
cases more than that.
Oh,
And so
okay.
I think the practical choice would be choosing nursing course in the UK. So I think, and if you have money, then obviously go for the MBBS courses. I don't, I mean, like, I wouldn't discourage anyone if they have
Hmm.
certain amount funds, but these
Hmm.
courses definitely will benefit you in the future, as long as you have completed the course with the right
Okay.
qualification and skills.
Okay. So, what common mistake do international students make that affects the job search?
I think obviously I'm not an expert in recruitment when it's but however I can give you my an opinion from my point of view. I think the biggest mistake they do is just limit themselves to specific roles. If they
Hmm.
say, like, okay, I've done computer science, I'll
Hmm.
only apply to roles that is relevant to that computer science project. Yes, definitely you should because it's your strength. You should
Hmm.
apply to those roles which is relevant to your degree. I would do the same probably, but you also need to apply some roles that is outside your comfort zone as well. Sometimes you never know. You can apply for a project manager role in a IT firm
Huh.
where you don't need you don't have to code every day. Probably you have to manage your overall project, look after certain
Hmm.
junior developer, those sort of things. But
Hmm.
sometimes people say, no, I don't want to get into management too early. So you see,
Hmm.
and also there are other roles probably you may be not quite confident about, but maybe you can apply to these roles as well. For
Hmm.
example, if you are a computer science graduate, you can apply for business analytics role sometimes. As I said, like, if you have a knowledge of SQL and a bit of knowledge of
Hmm.
Excel, you might be a, you know, good analyst someday, business analyst someday, because, just
Hmm.
with, with some experience and with some skills, probably you end up getting a sponsorship as well. So I think
Hmm.
you should not limit yourself to certain roles, explore
Hmm.
other opportunities. I know for computer science graduate it's a bad example, but if you are from a business graduates or
Hmm.
probably any other domain, just explore
Hmm.
different opportunities. I think not just
Okay.
your domain, explore
Hmm.
other opportunities as
Other
well.
domain.
Also,
Hmm.
try to craft your CV as per the job description, as per the job you are applying to.
Oh,
Sometimes
okay.
you have to do a bit of, here and there. When I say here and there, like, match your CV as per
Hmm.
the role.
Okay.
These little things, probably what happens, one of my friend advised me, I really like his advice. It's like, when you applying for a position in a certain company, make
Hmm.
sure the position you're applying for, when they interview you, should, if they ask, for example, if you're applying for applying in a hotel, and you apply for a supervisor position in the hotel, right? If they
Hmm.
ask you what you wanted to be in 5 years times, you should
Hmm.
say something relevant to the role you are applying to,
Oh,
not,
okay.
I mean, like, because they don't wanted to see your commitment to the role. If they wanted to
Yes.
hire someone, they will stay in that role for a couple of years. They just wanted to offer the role to someone who will leave the job after 6 months. So you
Okay.
understand. So this is one of my friends say, like, so his wife applied to a nursery, and they asked her, like, what you want to be in why do you want to see yourself in 5 years times? And she said, I want to be oncologist. uh,
Oh.
I mean, like, something like that is relevant to oncology, so like cancer
Hmm.
research. Then it's like, this is the role that is completely different. They
Hmm.
didn't ask her that, obviously, and later on she did not get the job. And then
Okay.
my friend realized, let's do other way. So whenever her wife went to other companies or other job interviews, she always tell something relevant to the job she applied for, and she got the jobs after
Job.
that. So that's one advice really stuck with me. My friend said it's all about
Hmm.
experience, and that's so that's this is my
True.
experience I shared with you. So it depends. Many people can, disagree with me, but this is what I have experienced throughout my
Yes.
career. This is what I
Hmm.
shared with you guys.
Okay. Nice. So many times experience also may teaches us something.
Yeah,
So even we can just help students that if this is like what happens, so even you can use these tips, right? So it
yeah,
was
yeah.
tips for the student.
True. You can try and test everything. I mean, like, you if you are young, you can do a lot of experiment. Yeah, go for it. The if you
Yeah.
fail, you learn from the failure as well.
Yeah. Okay, so my last question. Okay. If you were advising a student studying in 2026, which three master's courses would you recommend based on the future demand, like salary and a long term career prospect?
Okay, so I would go for the basic courses I always talk about, the
Yes.
medicine, nursing. This will be my first choice, I would say.
Hmm.
The second, I would say AI and machine learning. I know
Hmm.
a lot of people will disagree because, people are losing their job because of the automation and AI. But again, at the same time, a lot of opportunity will be available. A lot of new job will be created because
Hmm.
of the AI and automation and and machine learning. and
Hmm.
and the third thing, the third course I would say, most probably the finance MSc in fintech and financial MSc in financial technology. I would say these three would be my top favorite.
Okay. Thank you. So I would like to say something. By the next week, we are going to discuss some topics about hotel management, culinaries, and all that, because these are the different courses where students doesn't know. They only look about masters like MSc, like masters in business management, AI, data science, data analytics. So it will be very like those are looking for hotel management courses. So they can watch this like next session by Tuesday.
Yeah, we would definitely hotel management and culinary arts. We'll talk about overall hospitality industry,
Hmm.
and probably if we have time, probably we'll dip into other part of
Sure.
the industry as well. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Abhilasha. Thank you for asking.
Thank you.
This were the very very relevant question, I would say. And
Hmm.
this session we have discussed some of the questions were really really important for students
Hmm.
to understand, whether the investment, the education investment are going to be fruitful for them, or not.
Hmm. True.
This session will give them a clarity, like about the courses and opportunities in technology or in medicine or in other sectors as well, and the challenges they may face after the graduation. Yeah, the objective of this program is to give them idea and educate people about the challenges and the opportunities. As I said, I mean, we are here to guide people. We're not here to sell anything. We're just trying to
True.
give a real picture of the UK education systems
Hmm.
and the opportunities available for international graduates. And obviously, our job is this is our job to guide them in the
Hmm.
right way. And obviously, a lot of people may disagree that that UK doesn't have the parks they used to have, but
Hmm.
I said, you always have opportunities available for you as long as you have the right skills and the mindset as well, and the right
Yes.
connection at the same time.
Yeah.
Thank you, Avilasha. Thank you for arranging
Thank you,
session.
sir.
Thank you everyone for encouraging us to do this kind of session. We'll continue this journey
Hmm.
every week, Tuesday, 9 p.m. Indian Standard Time, and I'm really hopeful we're going to uh, attract more people in coming
Yes.
days. Thank you,
Hmm.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.